Florida, man, it's definitely different down here. Like I said, I ain't been a lot of places, but the places like Atlanta or South Carolina or New York, LA, something like that, like you could tell it's a way different environment in Florida. Far as like a lot of people think it's like a more of a tourist attraction. Well, we got a lot of, you know what I'm saying? We got beautiful places, beautiful beaches, all that. But I think a lot of people that come to Florida, they forget about, we do got the projects, we do got the hoods, you know what I'm saying? Just like anywhere else, you know what I'm saying? But they kind of paint that stigma like it's a vacation spot. Like we get down here, you know what I'm saying? Just like how Chicago is, you know what I'm saying? We got areas that where it get rough, you know what I'm saying? So like I said, growing up, you know, I lived only child, stayed with both of my parents, my mom and my dad, but I kind of grew up like everyone else, you know what I'm saying? We stayed in the hood, we stayed in the projects, we moved around a lot, you know what I'm saying? But I had a good upbringing as far as I can say inside my household, you know what I'm saying? My mom made sure I had everything. My dad made sure I had everything, you know what I'm saying? But we struggled here and there, like outside of, you know, our home, you know what I'm saying? Like another typical home, you know, wood in the projects and stuff like that. But like I said, growing up, it was love. Like I feel like me being the only child, I had to learn a lot of things on my own and go through a lot of things more so than having an older brother or older sister that done been through it and point me in a different direction from going down that road. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like, but at the end of the day, I feel like it plays a role now because I didn't have it easy for the things, you know what I'm saying, outside of my household and stuff like that. I didn't have it easy. I had to figure it out. And it gave me that hustle mentality. You know what I'm saying? This ain't gonna come easy. You got to go out of it. And music pretty much came in like my mom and my pops got pictures of me like 3 or 4 years old, holding microphones, playing on karaoke machines, you know, guitar headsets and stuff. But I dove in it when I was 6 years old, like overhearing my pops and my uncle inside the kitchen, and they was rapping. I'm like, man, what they doing in there? You know, just being a kid and just being curious, like, man, what they doing in there? And I went in there, they was like, man, we rapping, you don't know nothing about this. You know, just, you know, they're playing with me and stuff like that. And I ended up, like, that following night, I wrote my first verse. And I think I rapped it to my pops. I'm like, man, that's kind of tight. That's dope. And ever since then, it's like, it's always been a part of me. Like, I played sports. Like, I love baseball. I used to play pitcher and shortstop. And I played football. But it was something that was like what they say, a lot of rappers may say, rap started off as a hobby. For them, like, I always knew I wanted to be a rapper. Like, even like my elementary books, when they ask you what you want to be when you grow up, when you see yourself 10 years from now, always a rapper. Like, I still got those books to this day. You know what I'm saying? So it always stuck around, and just over the years of figuring it out. Because like I said, I come from a city where we only had one artist to blow, was T-Pain. And on top of that, he was in a different generation. So it wasn't like one of my partners, like around our age, he was much older. You know what I'm saying? So we didn't really have a formula to follow. So it was like more so like, man, I gotta go do this. Hopefully that'll pay off and I can connect to this person. Hopefully that pay off, connect that person. And pretty much it was a lot of trial and error. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of stuff I had to, like I say, just grow and understanding at the same time. I had to mature. Like, man, this is what you're going to do because there's a lot of money into this. As in, I'm talking about investing in yourself until you get to the point where, you know what I'm saying, where it's paying off. So I had to also mature enough to be like, man, I'm going to really do it and take my time with it and put the money towards it and you know what I'm saying, and do what I need to do and handle the things that I need to handle. And having that mindset and that determination is what got me here today. So that's pretty much in a short, you know what I'm saying, in a short little window, that's how I came into it with this music. It's a funny story behind that. Like, my pop, he used to be this old man back in the day, and he used to call my pops Tyke, like with a K. It was TYKE. And when I got older, like, I think I was calling myself some Lil Snow or something like that. And my pops was like, nah, your name should be Tyke. And I was like, man, what the heck that mean? He told me the same story that I just said, but he spelled up the TYTE, TYTE. You know, back in the day, they used to be like, oh man, that's tight what you got on. And my pops and they always kept me well. That's one thing, like, they always kept me well dressed. So the name fitted, you know what I'm saying, the type of person, the type of guy I was. So that's how the name came about.